So good for the before me, because this is impressive. Hey, happy 2015, guys.
Yeah, happy New Year, guys. And gals.
And happy season 11. Look what you did.
Hey, you haven't even finished 10 yet.
Come on, man.
We're in the
Close
fourth
enough.
season 10.
Well, take it easy a little bit.
12.
My kids have done a number on me, and I don't sleep as much, and it's all wonderful. But when the season 11 pickup happened, my hair doer, what you call it? Hair artist? Hair doer? My hairdresser on set, she's like, hey, so another season's coming. Do you want to color your hair? And I was like, I'm getting a little grays, and I was like, I thought it was distinguished. And I was like, no, it's okay, not a big deal. And she's like, because we can. And I was like, no, it's okay, it's not a big deal. She's like, well, you just let me know. I was like, God damn it,
Then she would be referred to as your colorist.
my color doer?
Your color doer.
My color doer. So the best news
Well, she
was...
already does beaches, you might as well get a 2 for 1. Oh, like you didn't know that.
Nothing's
The guys
on
in the
hair,
70s.
brown eye. That's the best part of season 11 is we got picked up, and luckily, since we got beach this year,
we get to wash out all the gray. Wait, wasn't there a commercial that was like wash away the gray?
I don't know, Jensen, you tell me. Is that your secret?
Hey, I'm proud to say that she did not propose that situation to me. Maybe my hair's too short to really go gray, so
Maybe he's born with it.
no, I'm
What's
born
in
with
this?
Yeah, Happy New Year. Everybody enjoy their holidays. And how many people are from San Francisco here? How many people are from California?
We're outnumbered.
That's
Who's
very cool.
Seattle?
New York.
Seattle? Yeah. You know we're coming up there in like a month, right? She's like, yeah, but I like San Francisco.
New Orleans.
Who's first time? So far,
You're lying.
that's my favorite response too. So far, woo! I'm like, woo! I love it. Hey, that's good. I am too. Did you have this coffee? Is that what's going on? Well, give me that hat. I saw this on Shark Tank. But this is too short for my arms. It's like for Tyrannosaurus.
All the time. That's your, is that your spirit animal?
We were talking spirit animals the other day.
Wait, did I tell you? Did I tell you? So we just recently sold our house in Los Angeles.
Woo!
And our real estate agent, as a gift. Got my
Your real estate agent is not here right now, right? Anybody here at Jensen's Real Estate?
got my wife one of those. It was, I think it was a wolf. You know, the whole headdress with the
Yeah, I know what wolves are.
and
They've seen the show.
but in all seriousness, it was like, I believe this to be your spirit animal.
But don't you get to choose your own?
California. I'm gonna miss you.
Don't you get to choose your own spirit animal? Kind of?
No, it chooses you.
Jeff said that in concert. Is that true?
Yes.
That's true? That's like what's that Harry Potter thing?
Patronus.
And you know what she got this, you know, thing. Now I don't know what it is, stuff it or shoot it, and
Eat it, fry it.
so she got like a spirit animal, and what did I get? I got a bottle of whiskey.
Which funny enough,
Which
is
is
a
my
spirit animal. It might be. Is it Schmilky that has? So I stole this from a bumper sticker I saw on somebody's computer. Would you call it then a computer sticker? Whatever it was. But Jensen's telling you the story. Jensen and Neil are telling the story about like their spirit animal and the wolf, and I go, I stole this. My spirit animal is brisket. As a true Texan. I guess mine would have to be a moose. It chose me.
Well, if that's the case, then mine would have to be a squirrel, and I don't know.
You can't choose, it chose you. I was able to, there was another day earlier this week, and it was, you know, we just got back to shooting last week, and everybody's still kind of like groggy, and I was able to frighten somebody, accidentally, but I'm sitting there, and we're about to shoot, and we're outside, and a squirrel runs by, and eventually I'm like, squirrel! And 4 or 5 people, it's like 7 a.m., they're doing touch-ups, and they're like, what? Why? Why are you yelling squirrel at 7 a.m.? There's a squirrel, it's good. It was exciting. I found it. It doesn't take a lot.
You don't want to change. I don't want to change. Actually, those are useless here, so if somebody wants that.
That was a catch.
Nice catch.
Atta girl. Live up to it. 2 for 2.
That's worth $2 full Canadian dollars.
Solid catches. I'm proud of this. My heart. 1 second. Take it off. Take it off. We went out to eat last night.
All right.
We went out to eat last night. and
We're gonna take it off. You guys got gray hair. Give them a break. Whoa! Zing!
We're sitting outside, it's probably what, 10 p.m., we just get done eating, and we're in downtown San Francisco, and these guys walk up, and they're kind of chatting, they're from Sacramento, and I think they've had a little bit to drink. Yes. It's like 3 Sacramento dudes, they're kind of young and cool, and they kind of just, you know, hey, where's this, where's that? And they look at Jensen and they're like, dude, you look like the guy from Supernatural. They keep chatting and they're like, then they look at me and they're like, dude, you too. You look like that's crazy. Anyways, and finally one of them's like, I don't think this is a coincidence. Y'all are the guys.
Yeah, one guy was like, wow, that's crazy. You guys look a lot like those 2 guys.
You too. And you. It's weird. Anyways, so which way is like the,
You guys know what the train station is? And his buddy's like, I think it is them.
I can understand with one, like, in the dark, You have a vague resemblance to one of the guys. When there are two giant Texan dudes that roughly resemble.
I got that
I was going to say, I didn't realize it was legal in Colorado, Washington, and San Francisco. I think they were happy with that.
I got that one time I was with my mother, and this person came up to me and was like, you look a lot like that guy from that show. I'm like, oh yeah? What show? The Supernatural show. I'm like, no. You know what? I've heard that. I've heard that, that's cool. Like, this person was like, yeah, that's great. Anyway, sorry to bother you. They walked away, and then my mother just slaps me on the back of the head and walks after me. Says, excuse me, sir, it is him. He's my son. Thanks, Mom.
I get the same look from Jen sometimes. We'll be somewhere and someone will be like, you look like somebody. Are you on TV? I'm like, no. And you know,
Your name Barry Watson.
That's not my favorite story ever. Earlier when the show started, my girlfriend at the time, she was talking with somebody, my hard boyfriends in the show, and they were like, oh, I've seen it. Like, I like that show. Is he the short one or Barry Watson? Is he the short one?
The guy from Seventh
Or the
Heaven.
one from Seventh Heaven? She was like, well, he's not the short one, though the short one's not really short. He's not from Seventh Heaven, but they look alike, but he has hair. It's Gilmore Girls, but that was a little self-plug. Oh, I guess we're doing a Gilmore Girls thing in Austin. Austin told them.
Oh, I'll be there.
I know you will.
Oh yeah, I can't wait to meet you there.
Boo! Jensen, please shut up. Don't hear any objections. All right, well, we have managed to chat away. Did anybody have any pressing concerns with 2015 they had to ask or tell? Or I see a hand. I see a shadow of a hand. I think I'm looking at you. Yes. With the fingers.
Hi.
Hi.
Now that you've both been good and evil, what's more fun?
I think evil's a lot of fun. Yeah. But maybe it's just because it's a departure. If we were evil characters at our core, I think I'd probably good. I just think that the change is nice. In my opinion.
Yeah, I think the obvious answer is evil because it is a change of pace. Although I was really happy to get back to playing regular games. So I think that, although I will say that I wish that the demon storyline, the demon storyline had lasted a little longer. And funny enough, I was just talking with one of our writers, flew up and has been on set for the past week.
Jenny.
Babysitting her script. Which is always kind of interesting when the writer is standing on set. Because Jared and I will often take liberties with the scripts that we aren't really held accountable for because they're generally 1,500 miles away. But that was interesting.
I did find myself being more kind of work perfect or more eager to be more work perfect. And it's funny because it's silly, and I think the writers, I know the writers believe in us and believe that we're trying to do what's best for our character and this and that. But when there's a writer on set, all of a sudden you're like, sorry, I said don't instead of do not. I didn't mean to. I forget sometimes. Call me sort of like a child.
You just become aware of it for sure.
Yeah.
But anyway, I was talking to Jenny, and the subject of Demon was brought up, and she said that she and a few others agreed that they wished that storyline had lasted a little longer, but you know, that's kind of the name of the game.
What's the last one we aired? What's the last episode we aired?
Mid-season finale.
Oh, that's right. That's right. You killed it.
Oh, yeah. Look, I was forced into a situation.
You're a real jerk. Whoa.
It's okay. Kill as many people as you want, I don't care.
forgiven him yet. Yes, I see a hand. With the, next to the hat, and then T-Rex arms. You don't have T-Rex arms, but the hat has T-Rex arms. T-Rex arms. Hi.
Okay, so you have both become pretty active on social media. So I'm curious, you guys have been doing this a long time. How have you seen social media in your life kind of impact what you do professionally and personally?
Jensen? I've done it for longer, so I'll go first. When social media started, I was anti it just because it was something new that I didn't understand. I was kind of in this gray area of, I was a bit too old to do it for fun, and a bit too young to realize that I probably should go ahead and, you know what I mean? Like if you're 50, you're like, well, I better do this, because this is how I can keep in touch. But when I finally started doing it, and I started my Twitter account for the Brian Buckley band to kind of raise awareness about it. And then gradually I've sort of been coming to terms with what's going on. We flew down with Tomo and we had a great conversation about, I wish I was more active, and something will occur to me and it'll be, I think it's funny, so it's probably not funny. But it's probably pretty funny. But I'll have a thought, and then a couple days later I'll be like, oh, I should have tweeted that or something. That would have been fun. Or like January 3rd happens, it's like, oh, I forgot to really give like I was thinking it, but it just doesn't occur to me. Like I see some people go like, oh, dude, and pull their phone out and go like, time to write on. I'm like, man,
Time to share.
yeah, it didn't occur to me. It's not good or bad. But the other day I was at a guitar store buying my season 11 Christmas myself. And I walked down an aisle, and there was I just Twittered, and I took a picture of something because I thought it was really funny, because it was a thing called permanently lubricated nuts. Which are the nuts for a guitar, they hold the strings in place, and I was like, I took a picture of it, and thinking like,
The world needs to see this.
Thinking like, that's really funny, I should share it. And then I carried on. And then a couple days later, I was looking at my pictures, I was going to show somebody a video of Tom or Chef or something. And I was like, oh yeah, the nuts thing, I got to tweet it. So I'm learning. I think it's amazing. That's a very long-winded way to say, I think it's an awesome, wonderful way to let people into your life a little bit, and also to get glimpses into their lives a little bit. And I think when used properly, it's a mixture of personal and ideally let people know what the cause is, what things you're passionate about, interested in. And I can recall being a fan of other people before social media happened, and being like, oh, I wish I knew something more. I wish I knew what kind of causes they believe. Like, and even we were lucky enough to take part in it one time. But I remember being a kid and being like, man, I wish I knew what was important to Eddie Vedder. Like I would, honest to God. Luckily, we were then able to, a couple years later, find out that he was raising money for this cause. And you're like, oh, cool. Like that's, I believe in him as a person, and I think that if he believes in something, I'll look into it. You can learn about new things, and
What? My turn?
yeah. That's really interestingly written. I've never seen a pick me sign.
Yes, you have. I flash you one every day.
And every time I tear it.
Look right through my soul. Social media, I'm still in the adjustment period of kind of adapting to the whole social media thing. For me, I have to kind of remind myself to do it, to stay current. It's, it's not something that I readily think about a lot, because I'm generally thinking about work, or thinking about my family, or thinking about, the fact that I haven't seen my family in a week, or whatever it is. So for me, I'm like, oh, you know what, I need to stay on top of it, because it is a very, I'll use the term tool, but it's a great tool for us and for you guys that can bring us together. And even though we get to do these things, which I think is an even better situation than just simply tweeting out, hey, Happy New Year, or whatever it is, I do feel like that I'm still trying to adjust to the fact that it is a good tool to use to not just get like the word out there about maybe what you're into or what kind of organization that you're supporting or promoting your art as a musician or anything. But I think it's making the world smaller and it's bringing us more together. And I think for that, it's a really, really unique and great thing.
That's the idea of art, also.
Yeah.
It can be fun to tweet silly things, but or like tweet Dean's cell phone number and erase it. Yes.
Yeah, were you guys privy to that situation?
Did anybody
You guys
call
know
it?
what it was, right?
Did anybody text it? Because we read about 300 text messages. I should you not. Should you not? I should you.
Not.
Not.
We have. Did you explain it on?
No, not until right now.
So we're sitting on set. We both have.
We have characters.
We have character phones that the props department is in charge of, and they have to be. They activate them. They really just make them, like they load them up with minutes. It's not like it has a whole service plan or anything like that. They just load them up with minutes because we actually do use them on occasion for real. Like I will be on the phone talking to somebody else who's reading lines through the phone and having a phone conversation. So in that regard, they actually have to be activated and working. And we got new phones recently. Our characters got new phones recently, and so we were playing with this new.
No, your phone started ringing randomly.
Oh, that's right. So we're sitting on set, and all of a sudden, Dean's phone starts ringing, and I'm like, what the?
Goddess?
Maybe that's the person who called me. And so it comes up with this number, and it was a Vancouver number. So I thought it may have been.
He showed me. He's like,
I'm like, somebody's calling me right now. And I thought it was our props person. I thought it was Robin. I looked over and she's not on the phone. And I'm like, who's calling you right now? And he's like, answer. And they were like flipping a lid. We were literally sitting on set, like we're on our marks,
Yeah, we're
just about to roll camera and stuff. I'm like, all right, don't answer. Hello. And it was some woman. She's like, is Charles there? I'm like, no, you got the wrong number. She's like, oh, I'm so sorry. Like, no problem.
Is Dean Winchester?
So then I hang up. Brainchild over here. So I wonder what would happen if we tweeted that number out. I wonder how many phone calls we get then. And I'm like, do it.
So he calls.
So I called his phone number.
My
Like, so that he had the number, and then he immediately cut and pasted that one over to his Twitter. And what was it? Within 3 seconds?
I think short. It was pretty quick.
It was almost immediate.
And we were like, the crew was watching us because we were being silly. And like,
Well, I looked over at Robin, who was really more of like our set mom. She's responsible for like giving us machetes and stuff like that. And inevitably, if you give a guy a machete and there's things to hit or stick the machete into, inevitably it's just like.
So like stick a machete into the wall.
So that's just like, I'm right here. Stop it. She's really become like our mother. But so as Jared's reading out the phone number, I look over to Robin, I'm like,
She's like,
and she's just like mad dog, she's like, what are you doing?
I know you're doing something.
I know you're doing something, what are you doing? Like,
Damage is done already. It's so
and then immediately it's like, ring, 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 and it's just, the screen couldn't keep up. with the number of text messages and phone calls.
And it took me a second to realize I've deleted text messages in the past, tweet messages, whatever they're called, but I don't readily remember how to do it, so it took me a second to pull it off. But by then, I think we had, so phone calls started coming in. We were trying to answer them, but when a phone call would come in, all of a sudden the notification of a text message would pop up, and you couldn't close the text message fast enough.
I was trying to hit speakerphone so that we could talk together to whoever was trying to call us, and I couldn't get the screen to hit speakerphone to stay on long enough to hit speakerphone before other phone calls were coming in. And so I literally was like, cancel, clear, cancel, clear, cancel, speakerphone, cancel, clear.
So a few of them we were able to answer, and one we answered was like, hello? Who is this?
This is not Dee's phone.
So we answered, and they'd be like, who is this? Who's this?
Hey, Evan, I'm on stage right now. I can't talk right now. But everybody says hi.
And you're on speakerphone.
And you're on speakerphone, just so you know, so don't say anything stupid. Do you have any words of wisdom?
Well said.
We're all now better for this conversation. Call you later.
Yeah. And so we'd answer and talk, and they'd be like, who is this? We're like, who's this? We're like, I don't know. And Jinsa goes, you don't know who you are?
Who is this? Who is this? I don't know. You don't know who you are? No. And then click. And I'm not talking.
And then one of the girls, here's this girl, it ends up being, apparently it's her birthday. She didn't sound like she was fine. She said, yeah.
What?
Have we met Ashley? Does anybody know her? No. Oh, okay, got it. Yeah, so we talked to her. She was so sweet. She didn't believe it was us. She's like, I don't know if I believe this, but my friends would certainly not believe it. And so I tweeted, like, nice talking, Ashley.
Oh, yeah.
The double-edged sword is that, like, you know, it was nice to have a cool, kind of crazy moment on set and wish somebody hadn't.
Yeah, she was on, we put her on speakerphone, and at this point now, the camera crew and the sound guys, they're all leaning in going like, all right, what are you guys doing? What's happening? And we put her on speaker, and she's like, it's my birthday. We're like, yeah, happy birthday. And then the whole crew was like, happy birthday, Ashley. And she was like, I don't know if I believe this, but thank you. And so that was that.
And then I tweeted, nice talking, Ashley. And someone was like, oh, that's so cool, lucky girl. And someone was like, you're married. Like, who is Ashley? And I'm like, Jen, just call me. Like, I'll explain it. I'm here watching your sons and you're talking with Ashley. It wasn't her. She thought it was super sweet. She was like, oh, that's cool. Y'all should do it more often. I was like, well, Robin will get mad. Because they have to change the phone number. And by the way, whatever they load it up with, you know, you preload phones with like burner phones for $25 or $100.
Oh, that phone number is now obsolete.
The phone number is now, yeah.
Our props department was like, thanks, now we have to get a new phone.
Yeah, so many came in that the incoming texts and voicemails depleted the
All the data and the packet.
However, luckily it was a preload, not like an open-ended package. Was that real?
Yes, that would have been bad.
How much does 700 text messages cost?
I don't know. Let's do pick me over there. Since you made a sign.
Hi, boys.
Hey.
Okay, so me and my friends were talking about how if Sam was little, or when Sam was little, maybe he was scared of clowns because of the Joker from Batman, or he was scared of clowns, or like the Joker because of clowns, and maybe like that's why he always refers himself to Batman, to protect his little brother.
And you got some people who like that story.
I was just wondering if you guys ever think about like characteristics of the characters, like from when they're younger to like how they're like what they do now, like if it was like impacted by some sort of thing that happened.
I think who we are at our very base was impacted more by John Winchester and Mary and the life we led, and the vagaries of the ghost hunting business and living in motel houses and that. It's given the poison thick skin. As an actor, that is classically how I would prepare for a role. I create some backstory. You feel more like a human being when you're saying the lines. With Supernatural, it was a little different because I created a backstory, and then like episode 2 happened, and episode 2 referred to like Sam being short in high school. I was like, well, I guess I'm erasing this page. And it's like, and then the time that Sam killed a demon, and it's like, oh, I guess I have to erase this page. And like, so the show is going on so long that I feel like, in some sense, y'all know Sam and Dean as well as you know Sam and Dean. You know? And that's been the wonderful part of learning them together. But I mean, when you think about how many episodes we've done, how many we're still going to do, I mean, that's like 30 Lord of the Rings trilogies. Or 25 Harry Potter sagas. But it's so much. Patronus. So I feel like a lot of our backstory has been created with you guys. Maybe that is what's going on with the Joker and clowns and with Batman. That's pretty cool, actually. So, it does. Now the hands. Yeah, well, I think, yeah.
Hello, how you going?
That's a fake accent.
No, it's not. I was wondering, would you guys ever come to Australia to film Supernatural? And if you did, would you like to fight crop bears, meowies, and like...
Once more in English, please.
Well, you speak Texan, I speak Australian, you sound funny to me.
I get it. Our nanny's Australian, so I deal with this all the
I
time.
know, it's tragic.
We have talked endlessly about going to Australia.
You should fight a crop bear.
Yeah, we're dying to go. I'm actually trying to figure out a way to go this summer.
Just because we filmed there, though.
Oh,
That'd be a little
Here's
bit more difficult.
That's my rewind acting. That's why I don't rewind acting. First time, that's good.
We'd love to film, you know, in a lot of different places. I think we've often kind of thrown the idea around about how cool it would be to actually take the show on the road and do an actual traveling road show. And it could be done. I think it would be a nightmare logistically, but I think we're so. What's that? Just bring the car to Australia. So you really don't care about us at all. You just want the car. So going out to Australia. Yeah, I don't know that we would ever be able to film anywhere else but Vancouver because we're so kind of deep-rooted there.
I think logistically it's pretty expensive.
Pretty difficult and expensive.
Yeah, and
unfortunately, we don't write the check or pay the bills, so we kind of do what they tell us.
no, fortunately, we don't like that.
Yeah, fortunately.
We just get to play. And
We're
talk
done?
to you
We're
guys.
done? Really, that's it, stuff? We got it?
That having been said, no, I don't think we'll ever film in Australia unless we do a movie someday. I think you and I would both love to come to Australia.
I filmed in Australia and I loved it.
I did twice. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, no, it was fun. I mean, you guys
As long as you don't bring
film.
those, what are the questions and the caramels that you can't get? Yeah. Spends like 14 months in your teeth. You know, what a fantail.
I remember that from last year. All right, y'all, we're gonna get going. Thank you. Happy birthday to 2000. Happy season 10.
2007.
We'll see y'all